Hi, everyone, and welcome. My name is Melanie Dizon. I'm the Director of Education at the Davis Phinney Foundation, and today I am excited to talk to Dr. Diego Morita. He's the study physician on the Orchestra trial, and I know a lot of people in our community have heard about the Orchestra study, and we're excited to talk to him today about it. So can you give us the rundown? What is the Orchestra study?
Yes, thank you, Mel. So the Orchestra study examines an investigational medication called UCB 0599 in individuals with early stage Parkinson's disease. In this study, we are trying to find out if the study drug UCB 0599 is able to slow down the progression of Parkinson's disease and, as a result, its symptoms as well. And in order to do this, participants in the study must have early stage Parkinson's disease with mild symptoms and not yet require treatment to control symptoms.
Okay, great. So how does the medication in the trial work?
Well, in Parkinson's disease, there is an abnormal clumping of a protein called alpha-synuclein, which some researchers think are toxic. And this clumping of alpha-synuclein can lead to cell death and then cause cell death in nearby cells, leading to the symptoms of Parkinson's disease. The study drug UCB 0599 prevents the abnormal clamping of alpha-synuclein and therefore has the potential to slow down the progression of Parkinson's disease.
Okay, so what stage is this trial in, and what is the focus of the stage of the trial?
So the Orchestra study is a phase 2 study in which up to several hundred people with the disease participate. And the main purpose of the phase 2 study is to gather additional safety data to what was collected in phase 1 and also get some data to support continued research. Other goals of the phase 2 study are to refine research questions, develop research methods, and use the data collected to design the studies for the next phase of drug development.
Okay, so why would somebody living with Parkinson's, or how would somebody living with Parkinson's benefit from participating in the study?
Sure. So the current state of treatment in Parkinson's disease is mainly symptomatic treatment, meaning that available treatments target symptoms of Parkinson's disease, primarily motor symptoms. However, despite the symptomatic treatment, Parkinson's disease, being a neurodegenerative disorder, continues to progress and worsen over time. As I mentioned before, the Orchestra study is about a new medication called UCB 0599, taken by mouth, that has the potential to protect brain cells affected by Parkinson's disease, and therefore slow down the progression or worsening of the disease. Another advantage of participating in a clinical study like the Orchestra study is the frequent interaction with the doctor and treating team, including close monitoring of symptoms, which may be more frequent than in typical clinical care. And as in many clinical studies, some study participants will receive active drug in the form of a capsule, and others will receive placebo, which in this study is a lookalike capsule without the active drug. In the Orchestra study, the chances of receiving the active drug UCB 0599 is twice as high as the chances of receiving placebo. And in addition, all of the participants that complete the Orchestra study have the option to participate in a long-term extension study in which all participants will receive the active drug UCB 0599.
Great. So what are the logistics? I know people want to know about the intake, the metrics, the commitment, location groups, all that kind of stuff.
So the Orchestra study lasts 21 months in total. The study will evaluate the safety and tolerability of UCB 0599 and whether it slows down symptoms of Parkinson's disease. This means that potential side effects will be recorded and evaluated. We'll also take brain images to look at nerve cells usually affected by the disease. In addition, we'll record symptoms and see how they impact daily activities of study participants. Also, if the study participant agrees to this, certain symptoms will be additionally monitored with a special wearable sensor. The Orchestra study is being conducted in multiple study centers in North America and Europe, and there will be approximately 450 participants contributing to the study. Overall, participation in the orchestra study will include 13 visits at the clinic with the study doctor and the study team, and 3 additional visits that will have the option to be done at the participant's home.
Great. So who qualifies for this study?
Well, there are several criteria to meet in order to join the orchestra study, but important ones are being 40 to 75 years of age, have been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease within 2 years of entering to the study, experience slowness of movement and muscle stiffness or rigidity and/or tremor or shaking, have only mild symptoms, and have not taken medications to treat symptoms of Parkinson's disease, and not been expected to need any such medication in the following 6 months. There are a few exceptions for the previous treatment criterion, but this would be better discussed with the study team. Also,
Okay.
there are other criteria that potential participants need to meet to qualify for the study, but again, this would be better discussed with the study team.
Okay, great. So how can people find out more, particularly if they qualify and can take part in it?
So there is a study website where potential participants can read about the study and check if there is a study center near them. There is also a link to a pre-screening questionnaire to see if they may qualify. And I believe the Davis Phinney Foundation will provide that link. Also, participants can read about the study on Center Watch and reach out to potential study sites near them via the Center Watch portal, which again, I believe the foundation will provide.
Yeah, we'll absolutely share the links in the notes and in the video. So thank you. That's great. We'll definitely send people your way. So when do you think that results will be shared from this stage 2 study, and when does the trial close?
Yeah, so the orchestra study is expected to be completed in mid-2024, and the results are expected to be shared thereafter.
Okay, that's great. Well, our community absolutely loves learning about trials, participating in trials. And so I look forward to sharing this with everybody. I really appreciate you being here, Dr. Morita, and best of luck with this study. Thank you again, Mel, for the opportunity to share information about the study to your constituents. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.